Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the BAKFlip MX4 TS on this 2024 Toyota Tacoma. The tools we'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with 1/2-inch socket, a Phillips head screwdriver, and scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is install our bulkhead seal. Now this is a bulkhead seal right here. It's going to go right across the top of the bulkhead. Now the bulkhead on the Tacoma is a little bit different, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut this loose and then pull this out. So what I like to do is kind of get it to where it's even with the side of the bulkhead that's going up to the bed cap. And I want to make sure that I get it nice and cut in place to match the angle on the bed cap. Then I'm going to peel back a little bit of the bulkhead seal for the adhesive, push it all the way up against the bed cap and bear down. Now you'll notice I've got a little bit of exposed bulkhead over here, but nothing over here. We want it all the way to the inside ledge of that bulkhead. Next, what I'm going to do is pull out a little bit more so I can make this corner. So we get down to the corner and then shape it around that corner. I'm going to bear down a little bit. And next, we're going to go ahead and peel away more of the adhesive protector. All right, then on the opposite side, again, we're going to go ahead and turn and make that corner. Take our scissors and cut it to the opposite bed cap. All right, bear down to get good adhesion. And now we can start working on our rails. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and focus on our bed cap rail. Now this is our accessory rail. That needs to be installed before we can go any further, before we actually install our BAKFlip rail. So what we're going to do first of all, it has to attach to your deck rail system. If you don't have the deck rail system in your truck, you want to pick one up from Toyota. But if you got the tie-down cleats in it, we're going to go ahead and remove the tie-down cleats, set them to the side. I'll show you how to put those back in. Next, what we're going to do, this rail is going to sit up on top of the bed cap, and it also needs to go all the way up against the bulkhead. Make sure that whenever you're setting the rail in place, that it kind of lines up with the edge of the pattern that's up on top of the bed cap. It's going to kind of hug right up against it. Also, note we've got a little cutout back here. That is for the driver's side rail. Passenger side rail is going to be an exact mirror image of this. So before we can put that on, what we're going to do, we're going to focus on our deck rail system. I'm going to go to the end, push in and pull out this plug. Now in our kit, we're going to have some fasteners are going to slide in there. They're aluminum blocks that are threaded. The kind of squared end needs to face out and the rounded end faces in. We're going to slide it into that deck rail system and just kind of slide it forward. Do the second one, and then also the third one. Goes closer to the center, and this goes towards the tailgate end. All right, next what we're going to do is take our accessory rail, hang it on top of the bed cap, slide it all the way forward, make sure it kind of goes over top of our bulkhead seal, and then kind of bear down to where it's pressing up against the bulkhead. Next, what we want to do is all of these blocks, we want to slide them to where they're in front of the oval holes that are kind of the oval that's up and down, not the oval that's side to side. So slide that over. That's where we want the threaded holes to line up to. All right, now in your kit, you're going to have some hardware. It's going to be a bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer. We're going to line those up to the threaded blocks there. just put them in hand tight and until you get all three of them lined up. All right, once you've got them snug, hand tight, again, double check, make sure it's kind of pressed into the bed cap. This needs to be level against the deck rail system. And also double check, make sure it's slid all the way forward. Then we can go ahead and tighten it down. We're going to use a 1/2 inch socket and ratchet. All right, next what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our tie-down cleats. Now I've got the tie-down cleat kind of backed out all the way. What we're going to do is push in to where this portion right here that goes into the deck rail system is all the way extended. Now I can kind of rotate that in and lock it into place. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fasten it down. The other tie-down cleat we're going to put up here. Make sure we have these tie-down cleats kind of centered for right now. We will be placing a clamp here and we'll be placing a clamp here. So they need to go in between where the clamps are going to be. All right, next what we can do is find our driver's side rail. Now your T-slot is going to be facing towards the outside. Your prop rod faces towards the inside, and then you got your drain cup up here that faces towards the cap. Now you'll have some packing material. Just go ahead and discard that so we have the drain spout. Now in your kit, you're also going to have a drain tube that goes over top of that drain spout. Now we would be routing this outside the bed of the truck, so if you've got no bed liner, then you'd be popping a little hole, 5/8 hole in the bottom of the bed and routing out the bed of the truck. We actually have a Husky Premium bed liner. So this material is completely waterproof. So we're just going to allow this to go right over top of this opening. Any kind of runoff water that comes through this channel is just going to go down through here and find the natural weeping holes for the bed of the truck and exit the bed that way. So what we're going to do is set this on top, slide it all the way forward. Now when I take and rotate this up, what you're going to notice is we've got a channel that runs the entire length of the rail on the inside. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to take our clamps in our kit, the black clamps, and we're going to go ahead and take those apart. So first take the bolt all the way out, set that to the side. Then we got two clamp halves. We got the side that's threaded and the side with a long oval hole. The long oval hole is what we're going to focus on right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this up, and right behind where our bracket location is, we're going to place a clamp inside that track. So let me pull this out of the way so in case you have a better view with it out of the way. What we're going to do is kind of insert it into that track and then snap it in place. We're going to do the same thing up here. I've already got this one taken apart. Make sure it's going to drop down behind this portion here. So insert it, lock it in place. And the same with this one back here. Go just behind here. So insert that and snap it in place. All right, now we can still adjust these forward and backwards in that track. Sometimes they're a little bit tight, but they can adjust back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back down in place. Make sure that the front edge is over top of our bulkhead seal. And also, again, make sure it's kind of flat down, but pushed all the way up against the bulkhead. Now what we can do is go ahead and insert the back side of the clamp. So what we're going to do is we're going to be clamping to that accessory rail that we just installed. So we're going to slide that back up in place. And if you look at that clamp, we've got kind of two notches on that clamp. What we want to do is we want the back clamp half to rest in the upper notch on the front clamp half, not on the lower notch. Once that's in place, we're going to take our bolt with washer, run that back through the oval hole, get it lined up to the threaded hole, and just put it in there hand tight for right now. We're gonna line up the other two next. All right, we got it rested in the lower notch. And run the bolt through. I'm gonna get it hand tight. And lastly, the front clamp, exact same thing. Slide up in place. And the reason why we're not tightening everything down is because it's a lot easier to just kind of rotate a little bit to get everything in place. All right, now that we've got everything lined up, we're gonna go ahead and tighten everything down to 10 foot-pounds. Again, using the 1/2 inch wrench or ratchet. And last one. All right, go ahead and repeat the same process for the rail on the opposite side. Okay, so next what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the cover out of the box. This is the way it comes out. Now, I first wanna point your attention to these slam latches right here that have the straps attached to them. If you grab a hold of the cover here and pull it open, you can then take your header panel and fold that out. You'll notice right up here, we've got a piece of tape. We're gonna pull that tape off. All right, and then on the other side, we're gonna have another piece of tape. We're gonna go ahead and grab that one and pull that off as well. And what we're doing is we're exposing a couple of holes that are drilled into the frame. Those holes are for our clip receivers. They're going to install right on top, so that gives us something to hold our clips that are on the cover. So before you just install it, what we're going to do is on our kit we've got a seal. So we're going to pull one of those seals off. All right, and then we're going to take the adhesive portion of the seal, line it up properly to the bottom of the clip receiver, make sure it's lined up to those holes, and then press it in place. And we're going to set it right on top like so. Now before we attach it, we've got some threaded inserts that also come in the kit. What they're going to do is slide up into the back side. I'm going to hold those in place with my fingers. Take the clip receiver, set it on top, make sure the opening is facing towards our clip, and then put our two screws in the kit in place. I like to line them both up before I tighten either one of them down. And we'll take a Phillips head screwdriver and get those snugged up. All right, now I got them both lined up. You can go ahead and snug them down. Don't over tighten them, all they need to be is snug. All right, then when we flip this back over, we'll notice we've got a channel that's riveted to the bottom of the cover. Now that channel has an opening. That's for our cover retaining clamp. So I'm going to take the cover retaining clamp and spin the star knob down, and I push up on that. We're going to have a carriage bolt, and we'll see the square head there. The carriage bolt's going to slide in here, and that channel is going to capture that square head so the carriage bolt cannot spin inside the channel. Now you'll notice this part of the cover retaining clamp has a notch. It's going to drop down into the channel as well. And for right now, we're just going to put it on there temporarily, but we're going to bring it all the way to this edge of the retaining clamp and go ahead and snug it down. We're not tightening it, we're just getting it nice and snug because it's just temporary. It's going to lay on top of our rail, and we want to make sure this is far enough back where it doesn't hit the rail. Go ahead and repeat the entire process of this on the opposite side. Okay, next what we're going to do is take our cover, set it up on top of our bed caps. And drop it down into place. Make sure it's all the way forward. And then one panel at a time, we're going to fold it back towards the tailgate. All right, now as we're folding each panel back, we want to make sure they're centered side to side as we go. Remove any kind of packing material too. All right, next what we're going to do is check engagement at the tailgate. Now check engagement, we're going to lift up the cover, close the tailgate, and then see if it needs to be adjusted at the back, where I do need to adjust it a little bit here. Perfect. Now we can go ahead one panel at a time, fold it up towards the cab, and then we can set it at the bottom. Okay, so here we are underneath the cover. We're on the driver's side. We've already got everything lined up exactly where we want it. Everything's operating properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cover retaining clamp, loosen that up, allow this jaw to drop down. We're going to slide over, and this groove right here that is on the jaw needs to line up to the bottom of the rail. Also make sure that notch remains inside this channel. So slide over. Once that traps the rail, then we can go ahead and snug this down and just get it nice and snug. Don't need to over tighten that, and just repeat the same process for the opposite side. Okay, now one last thing, whenever you fold the cover up towards the cab, we want to make sure that it's buffered from the cab to the cover. So what we're going to do is, in our kit, we've got some foam blocks that get attached to this top side of the frame. So we're going to take some isopropyl rubbing alcohol and wipe down this entire frame area where we're going to have rubber bumpers attached. And then each one of the bump stops, what we're going to do is kind of get those peeled off. Let that dry. Rotate this over, see where it would make contact. So we're going to do this first one right in the center. Bring it up to the top edge of the frame and then press down to get good adhesion. That way we're protecting the cab. Next one back. I'm going to put it just on the other side of this screw right here. And then the same over here. There we go. Now we're protected. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts, visit us online, or check out our list of dealers near you.